Willie Mays is gone. With him, some of a game born for a man of power, of speed, and of decided elegance. He was, for many, the best to ever play the game, certainly the best they'd ever seen. He was in all ways a giant, from his heft in the batter's box to his grace in center field, from the legend he left even to the uniform he wore, a giant. He is gone, and what lingers is the mountain of numbers accumulated over 22 years, first in New York and then in San Francisco, and finally back in New York. Then the moments that, lined end to end, lead spectacularly to those 660 home runs, 3,283 hits, 338 stolen bases, 302 batting average, 2 MVPs, 24 All-Star games, and 11 Gold Gloves. He was a World Series champion in 1954. He was a Hall of Famer. He could do everything, and better than most. More, he was baseball royalty, the kind that doesn't come along more than once every generation or two. Born outside Birmingham, Alabama, raised there in part by a father who played ball for the local iron plant, and a product of the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro American League around the time Jackie Robinson was integrating the major leagues, Mays was signed by the New York Giants in 1950. In 1951, at 20 years old, he was the National League's Rookie of the Year. 3 years later, after missing most of 2 seasons while serving in the Army during the Korean War, Mays won his first MVP award. Over the next 2 decades, the Say-Hey Kid played to every inch of the game. He'd lead the league in batting or home runs or steals or putouts. The way some players filled a box score over a single game, he filled a career. He loved the game enough to stop to play stickball with the young boys in the streets of New York. And for the better part of a generation, the game loved him back. The Hall of Famer Monty Irvin once said of Mays, "I think anybody who saw him will tell you that Willie Mays was the greatest player who ever lived." The Hall of Famer Sandy Koufax once said, "I can't believe that Babe Ruth was a better ball player than Willie Mays." Vin Scully said, "Mays was the best all-around baseball player I ever saw." And Willie would shrug. "They throw the ball, I hit it," he'd say. "They hit the ball, I catch it." Simple like that, for him anyway. Rank them how you will, Ruth, Cobb, Aaron, Williams, Gehrig, Mantle, Robinson, Bonds, Mays. Maybe there are others, maybe that's too many. Doesn't matter. Mays was special, unique, one of those few we remember forever. In every way, a giant.